we're going to move on to pyramids first, then cones. So let's talk about a pyramid, right? A pyramid has one base. This is the main difference between a pyramid and a prism. It's got one base. From the base, the lateral edges come up and they meet at a point, okay? So what you have is an altitude, which is this, that goes, it's a line that goes straight down the center of the pyramid, right? So for example here, if I were to like drop a measuring stick right down here and measure, you know, the height of the pyramid, that's the altitude. The slant height is different. This is the slant height, and it lies along the surface of the pyramid, okay? So, you know, like imagine like, you know, the pyramids in Egypt, right? If you went and if you were to like scale up the pyramid, right? You would be, you know, climbing the slant height. But then when you go up to the top and you look straight down, that's the altitude, okay? So they're different things. Okay. Whenever we measure altitude, it has to be perpendicular to what you're measuring to. So it's got to be perpendicular to the base. I like to use H for altitude. We use an italicized L like this for slant height. All right, we're all going to use the same thing. Make sure you use an L like this versus like this, okay? Because if your L is a line, then imagine what kind of issues we fall into, because if you're writing 3L, that could easily become a 31, and then that's very, very confusing. You see what I mean? So make sure you're using like the proper L, okay? Another fun fact is, so that's the height, right? That's the red, it's the height, and then the blue is the slant height. I can draw another line like this, and this is perpendicular, right? Because it's along the ground. Okay, so the base is always going to be a polygon. The lateral faces are always triangles, right? Because they meet at a point. And that point, by the way, is called a vertex, because what else would we call it, right? I.e. vertex. Thank you. Yes, exactly. And then we talked about this. The height is perpendicular, and then we have a slant height as well. Okay, so the lateral area of a regular pyramid, okay, the lateral area is half times P times L. All right? Does that make sense? Well, let's see. If you just take this one triangle, what's the formula for the area of a triangle? It's half times base times height, right? So this side times L. And then this other one is this side times L, that side times L. If you add them all together, it just becomes the perimeter times L, okay? Similar to what we did yesterday. I don't want to go through it again. So the lateral faces is half PL. The total surface area then, it's the area of the lateral faces plus the area of the base. So now it's 1B plus half PL. Yet another formula that you need to memorize, okay? Yeah.
We just do divided by 2.
Well, but only that part is divided by 2. Only PL is divided by 2. Yes, you can.
Yeah.
So you can also write it as B plus PL over 2. Make sure what you're dividing by 2. Okay? Okay. Owen, did you have a question? Okay. Okay, so let's, yeah.
Well, also, can you say for surface area, can you just say X equals B plus L? Because lateral area is full, like, it's just, I don't know, like, can we just write the surface area formula X equals B plus L? Like, you know? I don't know.
Like L for the area?
Yeah, well, L for the lateral area.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that L.
Yeah.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Sorry, I thought you meant this L.
No.
And I was like, no. But yes, it could be B plus L. Correct. Yep. Fabulous. Okay. Awesome. Let's do one. The surface area so we need to find the surface area of each pyramid. Okay. So first, you have to work in an organized manner, right? So the surface area is B plus half times the perimeter times the length. So times the slant height, I mean. B, the base area, this is a square, right? It says each of them are squares. So B is 16 squared, which is 256. And the perimeter is 4 times 16, which is 64. So the surface area is 256 plus half 64 times 12. And that is 640. Okay? All right. Here, okay, I know what the base area is. What is it? 16. And I know what the perimeter is. Also 16. And that's okay because one is in square feet, one is in, just feet. But I don't know what L is, which I need to find. So to do that, it's always the same process. You draw a line this way to the center. That's perpendicular over there. And then this is L. Okay? So this purple line horizontally is how long? 2. So now we're going to do the good old Pythagorean theorem. Okay? So L is root 53. Okay, so surface area is 16 plus 16 times root 53 all over 2, if that's the way you prefer to write it. But make sure that you don't divide the whole thing by 2. And that's equal to 74.24.
I'm still confused with how you got L.
This on this problem?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the diagram that I have. Okay. Where is L? L is this. Okay. You can always draw a line along the floor of the pyramid from the height to this L, and this is a right angle here. So you can do the Pythagorean theorem. Now, this, right, is half of this side. So it would be 2. Because the thing is, imagine this pyramid is a room. Imagine you're literally in one of the pyramids in Egypt, okay? Right here, you're in the center of the room. To go from the center of the room out to one of the edges, you've walked half of the length of one side, okay? All right, so let's do another one. Oh, this is a pentagonal-based pyramid, okay? That means the base is a pentagon. That means we have to do the whole apothem business to find the area of the base. It is never going to leave you again. It's here to stay till the end of the year. Yeah. So I hope you made friends with it because it's here to stay. Huh? No, so it's only in geometry, but it will be here until the rest of this year.
You said no, so you said no so quickly, like no.
No. So the area of a trapezoid and of a rectangle and of a triangle will come back all the time. The area of a trapezoid makes a comeback with like a vengeance in calculus, but not the stuff. Okay, so here's a lovely pentagon. The bottom side is 6. So here is the apothem. This is 3. This angle is 36, and this is A. Now we're experts at this. So we know tangent of 36 is 3 over A. So A is what over what? Fabulous. Good. And that's about 4.13. So yeah, it's pi backwards. So B is the apothem times the perimeter. How much is the perimeter of the base? 30, because it's 5 times 6. All over 2. So the base area is 61.94. Okay, so go ahead and put that into the surface area formula. So we got 61.94 plus half times 30 times 10, 211.94. Okay. Here we go. Okay. So we're going to find, okay, so here we have a pyramid and a prism. But to find surface area, look at the surface here. That's inside, right? So we have to eliminate that from all of our calculations. So we have to eliminate it from the prism. We have to eliminate it from the pyramid, both of them. So let's do the pyramid first. The formula for the surface area of a pyramid is base plus half times P times L. But we're going to eliminate the base because we don't want it. It's inside. When we're gift wrapping it, we don't deal with it. That's for the pyramid, yeah. Okay, so it's unfortunate that I always mix up the words pyramid and prism, and when I'm teaching this chapter, it's not a good thing at all, okay? All right. Julian, what are we going to use for the perimeter here? What's the perimeter of the base here? Each side is 8, right? So this is half times the perimeter, which is 32, times the slant height, which is 6. Okay, so 3 times 32, this is 96. Why did I cross out the B?
Because of the base of the...
We're looking for surface area. It's all the outside surfaces. The base is the base of the pyramid here, which is not in our calculations. It's inside. Imagine this is a gift you bought for someone and you have to gift wrap it. Are you going to gift wrap this base inside if this whole thing is one piece? No. So you have to eliminate it. Okay. Now, for the cube, okay, and a regular normal cube has how many faces? 6. How many does this have? 5. Just 5. So the surface area is going to be 5 times 8 squared, which is equal to 320. So the total surface area is equal to 320 plus 96, 416. That's it. There are no units. Cool? Okay, now let's do a cone. A cone has, similar characteristics. It has a height and a slant height. But the bottom is a base, the base is a circle. So the lateral area of a cone is half. Instead of the perimeter times L, it's the circumference times L. You see how it's the same formula? Or this is the one we're going to use, pi RL. Okay, so the lateral is pi RL. Now, the base is a circle, so the area of that is pi r squared, which means, look, if you look at this form, it's exactly the same as what we used before. Before we had base area plus half PL, right? Now it's half CL, but the one we're going to use is this one, pi r squared plus pi RL. It looks so similar to the one for a cylinder, right? 2 pi r squared plus 2 pi RH, but this is different, pi r squared plus pi RL. And, you know, you're going to keep it all straight for the quiz and the test, okay? Let's do it. All right, so surface area. So we have everything given here, right? Surface area is pi 4.7 squared times 13.6. And that's, wait a minute, what did I do? Sorry, oh my gosh, what did I do? Miss Malikian, plus pi times 4.7 times 13.6. There you go, now it looks right. So it's 270.21. Okay, next one. What do we need? What other information do we need? The slant height, L. How are we going to find the slant height? Pythagorean theorem. So, here's what you're going to do. You're going to find the slant height, leave it in root form, you're going to get the square root of something, and then you're going to put it all into the surface area formula and get the final answer for the formula, rounded to 2 decimal places. All right? On your mark, get set, go. So everybody got the slant height correct for B, and then it is 286.88 inches squared for this one. So here, same situation, right? The radius is 7.5, and you need to find L. Oh, sorry. It's 7.5 for the radius, and then we need to find L, so it's exactly the same situation. Go ahead and do it, and I'll be walking around to make sure it's coming out correct. Yeah, keep it a radical, because you're going to put it in the calculator anyway. Okay? You might have a, I mean, you'll have a decimal in the radical, which is okay. Yeah, all right. So I'll give you guys about another minute to do that one. So L here is the square root of 281.25. And when we plug it all in, surface area is actually 571.86. Okay? All right. So that's for this lesson. And you do have another handout for homework.